So many of us spend our lives asking, how can we get what we want? But very few of us actually stop and ask ourselves, how can I contribute? What am I here to give? And, everyone has their own list of goals and dreams and things that they want to accomplish. And while I think it's crucial to get clear on what it is you want, I have so many TikTok videos talking about clarity. I have so many of these podcast recordings, YouTube videos talking about clarity, the importance of getting clear about what it is you want, having that direction. Um, I think it's absolutely critical. But I really believe that those goals and those dreams truly come alive when they are tied to service, when they're tied to contribution, not just self interest. And when we learn to shift our focus from asking, how can I get what I want, to asking, what is my greatest contribution and how can I deliver that to the world? And we start asking certain questions like, how can I be more of service? Or what is the unique value that I can give to others? That's when I think the entire orientation of our life starts to change. Instead of moving through life with the lens of self-centered desire, you could say, we begin to view our goals and our dreams through a much larger framework. And that framework is one of service and impact. And I think it's interesting because traditional like self-development and self-improvement often emphasizes, personal desires, like how can I manifest this for myself, or how can I get what I want so I can be happy and so I can be fulfilled, so I can feel good, so I can live the life that I've always dreamed of. And again, while having clarity and direction, I think is very, very important, focusing solely on personal gain can trap us in a loop of grasping and chasing, where fulfillment always seems to be just beyond reach. Fulfillment is always just around the corner. And I know I have fallen victim to this trap. I'm sure many others have as well. But by contrast, when you focus on contribution, when you focus on being of service and making an impact far greater than yourself, you unlock a much deeper satisfaction and sense of fulfillment. You access a level of purpose that isn't tied merely to what you receive, but to what you give. But I think it's important to mention that this does not mean you forego your desires. You still achieve the things that you want, but your perception and focus shift in a very fundamental way. Rather than, approaching life solely through the lens of personal gain, you begin to consider the ripple effects of your ambitions. Instead of only asking, how can I get mine? You start to ask, if I achieved everything I want, how would it impact the lives of those around me? How could my success serve others? How can my talents, resources, achievements create opportunities for other people, or uplift other people, or make, some kind of meaningful difference? And this shift transforms your goals and your desires and your dreams from isolated milestones to instruments of broader impact. Each achievement becomes not just a personal victory, but a contribution to a larger purpose. And by holding both your desires and the well being of others in mind, you create a mindset where success is no longer measured merely by what you accumulate, but by the positive impact that you're making. The positive impact or the positive effect that your life can have on the world, or on the people close to you, on the people, and the people in your environment or community. This deepens fulfillment. Like, this approach deepens fulfillment, it enriches relationships, it grows relationships. And honestly, what it does is it aligns personal ambition with meaningful service. And when those two are combined, I think that's when real satisfaction and fulfillment can be experienced, or like I said, deepened. It turns every single step forward toward your dreams into an opportunity to make life better, not only for yourself, but for other people. So ask yourself, how can I get mine? Of course, we all want certain things. We all have our own goals and dreams, and that is cool. That's great. You should have goals and dreams. But in addition to asking, how can I get mine? Also ask, how can I help others get theirs? Serving others naturally brings more opportunity, more resources, more meaningful connections, like I said, and people resonate with generosity. They resonate with authenticity. And life has, like, karma is very, very real. The world or life, God, the universe has a way of rewarding those aligned with contribution. And it rewards those aligned with giving their best to all, to the world, to the collective. And it's funny because ironically, this mindset of contribution, this mindset of like wanting to give and wanting to be of service and impact, like making a positive impact, often accelerates the realization of our own desires, the things that we want for us. So by asking not only how can I get mine, but also asking how can I help others get theirs, we create a life which our personal goals and desires are fulfilled as a byproduct of the value and impact we provide. When contribution, when service, when giving is the foundation or becomes the lens through which we pursue our own ambition, our own ambitions, fulfillment is no longer something we chase. It becomes something we naturally live and embody every single day. Think of others outside of yourself. Don't just make it about you. Don't just think, how can I get what it is I want? Your life directly impacts many people, the people closest to you, your community, the people around you. How can I help those people? How can I be of service to those people? If I got everything that I wanted, how is that going to positively impact those around me? Just think about these things, brainstorm these things. Let that be in your sphere of, the way that you think about things. And I can promise you that when you think in terms of positive impact, when you think in terms of service, when you think in terms of giving, when you think in terms of contribution, like you're going to feel more fulfilled internally and your life is going to get better. Like like I said, karma is very, very real, and you're not doing it so you can get good in return. You're doing it because it feels good. The good in return just comes as a byproduct. And that's a cool thing. Like when you give and you have good intentions and you have a pure heart, that will come back to you in some way, shape, or form. The things that you want will be given to you. Just give. Just give and good things will happen. I know this is a shorter recording, but I wanted to put that out. I made a TikTok video talking about this. I think this is really important. It's cool to have goals. It's cool to have desires. Get clear about what it is you want, but also take it a step further and think about contribution. Think about how can you help other people get what they want. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of Presence of Being. If you enjoyed listening to these recordings, leaving a like, commenting, leaving a positive review on the podcast would help a lot. If you want to support what we're building here at Presence of Being, going to presenceofbeing.co and grabbing a hat and representing a more present way of life, that's what we're about here. That would be awesome. That would be cool. And I appreciate you being here. I hope you're having an incredible day, and I will see you in the next recording very soon.